You made it, Zoe the cat with a migraine. If you can't stay, that's cool. All right, we're running a little. I'm running a little late because I'm always running a little bit late, but that means y'all get to get a brief tour through LA, guided by your favorite tour guide. Mm. Sorry about the thingamajigger in frame. We'll do what we can about it. I also get migraines, Zoe the cat. So if you can't stay, I totally understand. Especially right now when I'm just putzing around driving through LA. All right. Yeah, I'm running late. Let's go. So actually, over here on the right, this is CBS Television Studios, where they produce a whole bunch of stuff. Price is Right, notably. They used to do. My brother and I went and saw the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson there once. The second to last episode. That was kind of fun. Hello, Mary. Long time no see, by the way. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, I'm running a little bit late, but y'all get to get a tour through Los Angeles with your best tour guide right now. I hope you don't mind, and I also hope you don't mind the humdinger. And by humdinger, of course, I mean the bit of phone holder that's in frame. Sorry, this is Max Professional YouTubing as always, but you guys get to get a tour through Fairfax. Tijuana, ¿qué onda, güey? Sorry, a little Deutsch angle for slightly better filming. Nah, I don't. I really don't like how this is looking. All right, going through many much red lights. We might never be able to make it because I have to drive and have to be. Oh wow, okay. Well, I know spring up there is it can be beautiful, but can also be extremely wet. But yeah, yeah. Are you saying that? All right, I'm not sure what you're. I'm not. I don't fully understand, Robert. Um, but I will just say, okay, guys, we don't need to brigade the homeless people. That's gonna get you snooze. Oh, okay, okay, I get it. Yeah, sorry, guys. Homeless people are not to be derided on my channel. They go through a hard time in, in this hyper capitalist society. We could so easily become homeless. So no, I'm not here. No, they're not all junkies, and that that's not true. So that's going to get removed, and you're now going to get timed out for a little bit longer, so you could think about shit. It is so easy to become homeless. in a city like Los Angeles. It is so easy. I cannot tell you how many times I myself thought, well, is it time to live in a van by the river? So no, we're not going to look down. We're not going to look down on them, especially. Yes, some of them might have issues with substance abuse or mental health issues that lead to substance abuse, but because we don't have a nationalized healthcare system that's available to everyone, and because this is a hyper capitalist society where we blame the failings of the poor on the poor rather than on a society that is not set up for them but is set up for rich people, Elon Musk, for example. Also, side note, Waymo. Yeah, Waymo, driverless car. Yeah, exactly, Mary. We are all a few paychecks from being in big trouble. The war on the homeless is just a way to 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 scare the lower end of the working class to just work harder because you might end up like them. Anyways, sorry, I'm trying. I really do my best not to get too political because you want to cast a wide net or whatever. But I don't think there's anything political or uh, controversial to say that we should treat humans with kindness and respect. That seems kind of basic, you know. If they wrong us, and we can respond with that. But if somebody's just existing, have some sympathy for them. You're one bad day away from being them. The same way as you know, this is YouTube. I don't do it to get rich, but I also realize that I'm I'm one viral video away from like, or one hyper blow up away from like being able to support myself off making videos. That can happen in a second, in a heartbeat, in a flash. You know, but in the same heartbeat that things can go so well so quickly, things can go so wrong with just as much rapidity. Things can go very wrong. All right, we're now on Fountain, and somebody is jaywalking with a dog. Oh God. Oh dear. My brother in light literally just went red like the second after I crossed. You couldn't wait. All right, all right. No, make it make sense, please. Make it make sense. Also, for the record, Tijuana can be a really interesting place, but okay, 9 people in the chat. Say hello. How are you? Where are you from? How you doing? Are you annoyed at me that I have not shown you any kitty cats yet because I'm running late? Honk. Does this guy? The reflection on this Prius is weird. It looks like he has his reverse lights on, but I don't think he does. But he's not paying attention. I'll tell you that much. Brother, 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 how you doing? Oh, here we are, Fountain and La Jolla. Oh, yay, I'm behind another Acura. That's great. Acura Brothers represent. Yours is about 20 years newer than mine. All my Acura homies love Acuras. We're like Honda boys that grew up. All right. Hey, you got an Acura, I got an Acura. Cool. Let's pull up beside each other. Sunset Boulevard, everyone. Lol. Oh my God. Waited 5 minutes just to say that. I'm gonna let you stay for now just to see what's what. But let me ask hey, 15 people in the view, who is more trash? Someone who is ended up unhoused because of situations we don't know what the situation is, or someone who looks down on anybody unhoused and considers every single one of them junkies. Who is the real trash person in this equation? Chat, let me know. Ah, pity though. Yeah, it's okay, Zoe the cat. I also suffer from migraines, so mm, I completely understand what you're going through, man. And I know right now you should probably just be in like a low stimulus environment, just like somewhere somewhere cool, quiet, and dark. Yeah. So Zoe the cat, while you're typing, who is more trash? Someone who has ended up homeless, or someone who would look down on the homeless? It's a real stumper. I Yep, yep. Seems like the people have my back today, Robert Stefan. Seems like the people have my back. Vox Populi, Vox Day. Anyways, this is the real trash part about Los Angeles, which is just traffic just sucks around Hollywood sometimes. It's just brutal. And like I'm trying to find a quick way to get to the freeway, but there are sometimes just yeah. See, times are tough for everyone. Okay, what do we think, people? It might be trash, but tell you one thing: these houses over here are worth multiple millions of dollars, and every single one of these apartments is thousands of dollars a month. So it's expensive trash. I'll tell you that much. Um, okay. Oh, Tesla has blinkers, hazard flashers on. What gives? Also for you. Oh, okay. Okay. MAGA pilled. Yep. Trash is trash, and we have taken out the trash. Also for you magic people, this is the magic castle right over here. Well, I hope Robert Stefan eventually leaves the foxhole, but people like him generally don't. But it's all good. I mean, we can maybe one day when I'm super rich, I can get him a cult deprogrammer. But he has been muted. Anti Elon Tesla Club. If you're real, I've said this once and I will say it 1,000 times. If you're really in the anti Elon Tesla Club, you'd sell your car. You'd break the lease. You know, do something. Do a real concrete step. Putting a bumper sticker that you got for $5 on Amazon is not a concrete step. All those in favor say aye at home. All right. You know what's crazy is like, ah, come on, people. The second I get onto Highland, I'm on Franklin right now. The second I get onto Highland, it's gonna like open up like that, like instantaneously. But right now, I just have to deal with this crap. Yeah, same here, Mary. I'm coming to you live from a 2003 Acura TL. It's not fancy. It doesn't have any high tech features and Apple CarPlay and yeah, 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 yeah. My high tech is it has a sunroof and heated seats. But you know what? Like you said, it's paid for. The pink slip is mine, not the bank's. And funnily, you mentioning that, Mary, my parents actually drive a 2020 Ford Edge. They love it, so I can get down with the Ford Edge. It's a good car. I like it. Funny story about the Ford Edge. We're kind of dallying, or we're not dallying, but we are dillying right now because I'm waiting to get on the freeway and I'm running late and I'm stupid and I usually set the stream for 2, um, and honestly by the time we get to the colony it's gonna be 2. But it's okay. We got a half hour of me shooting the shit and giving you a tour of Los Angeles. And oh my god, a Range Rover Evoque convertible. Why? Why, people? Why? I'm sorry. Not every so certain cars should not be SUVs and crossover or should not be convertibles and crossovers are one of them. Like I totally understand if you're Ford Bronco or your Jeep Wrangler or your old school Toyota Land Cruiser, that you can make a friggin' convertible because they like the very like genesis of the genre of SUVs is convertibles. But a or frankly a Land Rover Defender. All right, let's hop on the 101 and have a good time. We're cooking with gas. I actually am kind of glad because I wanted to show you guys a little hidden part of Los Angeles that you'll never see. All right, we just went over one historic bridge. And the other thing about modern cars is they're just not repairable. They're a disposable item because there's so much technology on them, and technology is disposable. You know, like if you have an old car, it's mostly mechanical. Like my car is 20 years old. It has electronics for sure. Absolutely. I'm looking at an LCD screen in the dash, but it shows me literally almost no information. It shows me the temperature outside, my trip odometer, my actual odometer, and if doors or trunks or the trunk is open. Anyways, second historic bridge. Now you see where it's painted over here? Pay attention to that because that's important. Because there's going to be a third historic bridge coming up that I want you guys to pay attention to. It'll, we'll have a brief discuss on it. Here we go, coming up. All right. Now, you'll notice that this part is not painted over, but there's going to be little tiny holes in the bridge above the lane that I'm in. Look closely, you'll see them. See those little tiny holes, those two holes? What those are for, what this lane of traffic used to be, is those were holes for trolley lines. This used to be a streetcar. This lane, the left lane of the 101, back in the day, used to be a streetcar lane in both directions. And those holes in the bridge, obviously you won't see them in this new bridge because you know the streetcar had already gone by the time they had built the bridge. But yeah, all of those other old bridges, they have those holes, but they've just painted and stuccoed over them. But that one particular bridge, I believe it's over Barham Boulevard, is has got little holes in them where the power lines for the trolley would actually run through. And I can't remember whether it was there were two in the earlier 20th century. There were two competing rail lines in Los Angeles. There was the Pacific Electric, the red cars, and I believe this was red car. And then there was also the Los Angeles Railway, or the yellow cars, or the Larry cars. They called them because Lary. But you still see there's always evidence of those things. Like earlier this week when I did the lock picking live stream, we walked past the red car bridge, which used to carry traffic from those Pacific Electric red cars. And when I used to live in Koreatown, there was a little turnout which was like a bus layover. But if like but because it was a bus layover, they didn't really maintain the uh the pavement that well. And you could see that the old Larry, because you could tell it was Larry because Larry was a narrow gauge, so the rails were closer together than they usually would be. But but you could see like this. Oh, okay, this used to be a crossover for the yellow cars, and like yeah, it's amazing the number that General Motors pulled on the. All right, I know this is a carpool lane, but you're never alone when you're with God, and I'm with you guys. Using it as an overtaking lane because this is something people in LA do not understand, and in California in general, I might add, is that the left lane is for passing. It's not the fast lane; it's the passing lane. If you're going 80 and there's somebody behind you that wants to do 90, you get out of the way and let him commit crimes. This is the committing crimes lane. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Box until we, because I can't even stand up. I'm sitting down in a car. This is the 172 where everyone goes like a million billion miles an hour usually. I've also kind of, with age, I've decided to start treating these people who just camp in the left lanes as just non-player characters and just be like, you're just part of the scenery. Unacceptable. Acceptable. Pay attention to the rules of the road we all agreed to use, people. Okay, I'm going to stop whining and complaining about people who camp in the left lane. It's an epidemic in Cal. It's crazy. I was driving I once drove a car from Denver to back to LA, um, going through New Mexico, Arizona, because I wanted to see White Sands because I love White Sands. I think it's a beautiful place. But um, but it was crazy how like in Colorado, in New Mexico, in Arizona, yeah, we're going on a trip on our favorite piece of shit, Delbert. How you doing, friend? But yeah, but yeah, it's amazing. Look, not everybody's perfect. I know Arizona drivers have a reputation for being kind of wonky. I won't speak to that, but I will speak to this. It was incredible. Yes, sir, Delbert. I am in Los Angeles. We are driving in the valley right now. For you lock picking friends, Delbert, there's actually some locks on this little footbridge over here, but they're frozen solid because they're all pure Chinesium. So I can't get them. And that noise. Are you Northern or Southern California or Central? But yeah, anyways, but it's yeah. Going back, finishing. I got ADD'd by Delbert. Bad Delbert. No, I'm kidding. But North. But yeah, I was saying it's incredible how when you cross the state line from Arizona into California, people just start camping in the left lane, like in extremis. Just like don't get me wrong. Everywhere in the world, you're going to have idiots who camp in the left lane, but just in oh my god, California, it's just so bad sometimes, so bad. All right, y'all, we're getting off the freeway. We're almost there. I really hope the past few times I've done tried to do a kitty cat stream, Charlie was there and I had to be like super surreptitious, but I don't really have time to be slow and surreptitious today because I have work at 4 o'clock. Um, oops. Oh, I love the new job. I cannot believe, Mary, that I would enjoy working for a mega corporation because I'm working at Universal. Hello, Rhoda. We're going to visit the kitty cats. I'm just running late, but we're almost there. We'll be there in 2 minutes, maybe. Um, but yeah, the new job is going great. I never thought I'd love working for a mega corporation because I'm a chef at Universal Studios Hollywood at the theme park, and you know I never thought I'd be like, well, corporate America is working for me, but corporate America is working for me in ways that working for like independent restaurants don't. You know, it's case in point, case in point, you know, um, the cooks at Universal are unionized. They get benefits. They get, you know, they have access to services. Yes, I do get benefits. They have signups. You can get health care and maybe and what and and what have you. And they have all the benefits that come with working for a union. Granted, there's also the downside, which is you have to pay union dues, but but you get a level of worker protection that you would just not get in an independent restaurant at all. And like I got to tell y'all, having worked in restaurants and in the culinary industry for a decade now, it can be a very dirty business. And I don't mean like the food and whatnot. I mean just the business itself, because they work very hand to mouth, and and often the people who get screwed are the employees, and it's kind of shite, but it is what it is. All right, Charlie is here, but I don't see him. Oh, I'm being a putz. We're making a U-turn. Okay, let's see what's what. Hello, Julia. Nice to see you can make it. Nice to see you. How are things? Oh, and okay, and Zoe the cat wanted to know also how Baby Blue is doing. So let's go say hello to Baby Blue right now. What's this? Some sort of collet. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. First, let's just make sure they have water. Any sign of fats? No, but Baby Blue. Baby Blue. Hey, Baby Blue. Hey, Baby Blue. So, Delbert, I have not, as to Fats, I have not seen him in a frankly slightly alarming amount of time. But I'm not really worried because I think he's actually what he's done is not. Beep, beep, blue. He oh hey Marble Cat. Hey Dick Grayson. All right, they need water, and I have some water. But yeah, Fats has relocated himself to a new area. Hey Winnie, I saw Denise the Menace too. All right, I'm actually gonna walk to where Fats is, and maybe he'll be there, maybe he won't, and if he's not, well, Monday tomorrow when I visit the cats, we're gonna do a big sweeper fawn. But right now it's not really working out. All right. Baby Blue wants to come along. He's talking right now. It's Baby Blue. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm just gonna go check in and see if Fats is there. Hey, stick a pot. Oh, he's coming, Baby Blue. Baby Blue. So, no, he's not gone to the vet yet. I haven't managed to get him an appointment. To be honest with you, I've been super busy of late, so I'm really slacking on some of my duties to the cats. Like I'm just, you know, beyond just making sure that they're fed and okay. But yes, I'm going to get him a meeting at the vet as soon as possible. All right, let me run and see if Fats is in town. Stay there, guys. Stay there. All right, if Fats is here, in all likelihood, he will be here. It Fats. Hmm. I do not see the Fats man. I do see two pigeons though. Um, yeah, that's a little bit suckfest, but it'll be okay. Like I said, I did see him about a week or two ago, and he seemed to be doing fine in his new place. I think Marble Cat just scared him away, which is unfortunate, but Marble Cat's gonna Marble Cat, and it is what it is. Um, all right, so now that we have checked in on Fats, and Fats is not for checking in on today. Let's go deal with the cats that are here in the most Marble Cat. Baby Blue, what are you doing in the road? Baby Blue. He knows the car, but Baby Blue, you gotta get out of there. It's not safe. It's not safe, Baby Blue. We got water. We got food. We got most of our health and sanity. Most of it. Come on, guys. Dick race ahead. Okay, guys. We're eating here. Yes, we are. Marble Cat. Okay. Baby blue, is your baby blue? Baby, baby blue, baby, baby blue, baby, 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 baby blue. Okay. Truly the best baby blue of all time. Hey, Dick Grayson. Oh, I see the minis. Denny's the minis. Can you see? Can you see minis in the rosemary? Marvel Cat is a friggin' menace. All right. No, no. We're not gonna do too many. I don't want to get it to maybe to be in trouble. But to make the cats more comfortable, we are going to move them slightly in the shade. Like, whoa. Oh, Jesus. Okay, okay, guys. Winnie. Winston, 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 Winston. Okay, guys. Food. Racing Camaro. And what kind of car you got? I got a bitchin' Camaro. Hey, Dick Grayson, you know me. All right, I think I'm only gonna leave out those 5 right now. The cats seem a bit nervous. Um, Hello, Marion. Yeah. 53, windy, overcast, rain on the way. No, that's that sounds like a Pacific Northwest spring if I ever heard it. Okay. I'm out of water, and that's unfortunate, but just baby blue now? At least baby blue's a certified good boy. Probably the best boy. Hey, Manise. Good kitty cat, Manise. That's a very good Manise. Marble cat. All right. Some of the kitties seem to be returning. That's good. Fart can. I've been trying to get them relocated for a really long time. It's very hard to find a place that's like that'll take them and when they're adults. Like kittens, kittens in a heartbeat. But the adults, I have two foster cats of my own. For my part, I have two foster cats of my own that I got not from here but from across the street. And as soon as I get them taken care of, he's coming home with me because I love him a lot. Um, I'm in contact with these people in Canada about taking a couple of the other ones, and so the wheels are turning because I'm trying to like I'm clutching at straws, kind of. But yeah, I, yeah, and like yeah, I recognize you have a business to run also, but oh, I have no doubt it's a horror scene over there. Yeah. And like I said, I have a push broom in my car. If Charlie ever manages to relocate his stuff, I'm more than happy to like give you my number. You can Yeah, I mean, and the thing I worry about most is that they have a very strong homing instinct. So if you relocate them to another colony, they just walk right on back. You know, so that's kind of the double-edged sword I'm dealing with here. Yeah, it can be really difficult, but yeah, I'm definitely trying to do what we can, and I've been trying also to get the cat feeders to like stay in this general vicinity. Yeah, one of them is m- most. I'd like to think most of them are fairly pleasant people to deal with. Um, I think I know who you're talking about. She doesn't come around frequently. I had there's a guy who feeds them in paper plates, and I've had a little run in with him because he actually was feeding them over here by the curb, and I said, "That's dangerous. Put it right here." And he told me in no uncertain terms to go get. Yeah, no, yeah, this is kind of. I'm trying to make this their area. They seem to be using the restroom here now, so yeah. Uh, Well, I mean, yeah, and you don't want that noise. Yeah, or you just hit it with the hose. All right, stay well, man. Happy Sunday. Oh, get him! All right, I actually love a conversation like that. That's the new machinist who just took over for Charlie. So, you know, like I said, whenever I can make good first impressions with the shop owners, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Who's underneath the cat here? Marble cat. Yeah. So, David, you had a 1 week summer and gone back to winter. I've heard tell about the UK being quite like that when it comes to being very temperamental about the sun. Uh, you'd hate to be in a position where you have to play hide and go seek with the sun. Sorry, I couldn't help the joke. I have very poor impulse control sometimes. All right, which one of these do I want to make the like kitty cats to go container? This one. I dubbed the to go container. No, baby blue, come back! I wanted to do more pets. But yeah, for those of you who for those of you who overheard the conversation, I'm not kidding. Like I'm going to adopt baby blue, but I cannot have 7 cats in one apartment. It's not, you know. The biggest issue is the poop requirements. Like, do you know how hard it is for one dude to clean up the poop for 6 cats? Let me give you a hint. It's not easy. And they're all adult cats too, so they're adult poops. Mucho caca. Diana! Hey T, I saw you there. Come over here, T. Come on, T. Sorry. I hope that belch wasn't picked up on the microphone, but it probably was. I apologize, folks. I'm a disgusting, nasty human being. But that being said, I think it's time for us to pack up the stream pretty soon. Baby Blue is very well fed. There's water, but Big V. So right as I'm about to pack up the stream, the Big V comes out and says, "Hey, I want to be a Big V." But here's Tatiana. She says hello. Hey T. Hey Big V. Yeah, I actually also use wood pellets, David. Funny enough, I find it very good. I was experimenting with one of my house cats doesn't especially like them, um, the wood pellets, and so I was experimenting with another form of litter because in the past they've liked in the this is for my house cats. Obviously, these guys poop wherever they want, but Big V. Come on, Big V. You know me. We're chilling underneath this. Here, hold on. I gotta flip the camera for a sec. We're underneath the table. Big V. Majestic void. All right. We got one. We got a majestic void being majestic. We've got Marble Cat underneath that truck. Let's see who's who in the zoo, and then we'll call it a day. And I will have plenty of time to eat lunch before I need to go to work. I'm too old to bend like that. I'm not old, but I'm too old for that. Meow meows. Meow meows. All right. Got them taken care of, squared away, looking wonderful, resplendent almost. Marble Cat. Baby Tatiana. Baby Blue. Baby Blue found a lovely, lovely shady spot. Good boy, Baby Blue. Okay. Hello, Sego. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I'm not, my apologies. I'm a culturalist, crass American. Nasty seppos. Here's a question while I'm walking by it. Any of you, yeah, for you folks in, well, not California specifically, but not America generally, do you see many of the VinFast brand of cars? Indeed. Blessings to all the cat people. But yeah, do y'all see the VinFast, the Vietnamese electric cars? Well, I think in other countries they might actually sell some gas cars too, but in the States they're only selling gas or electric cars because it's easier to break into the electric car market than the gas car market for I wonder why. Yes, but blessings of I always confuse the cat dog and the or the cat god and the dog god in Egyptian mythology. Is it Bastet that is the cat god? Blessings, or is it blessings of Bastet upon all of us and our cats? Meow. All right, we're going to the Fats zone really quickly just to see if Fats decided to grace us with his presence, and if he has, that would be wonderful. And if he hasn't, we can accept that too, I guess. A pigeon, two pigeons, the same two pigeons that were here when I was here earlier in the stream. Hilarious. Hilarious. No fats, no food neither. I'll tell you where the bird food is wrong. The bird food is just the cat food that the cats miss. The birds come in and they just peck, 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 peck. And also, sorry, I did not see it earlier. Hello, Majid. Yikes. Yeah. I mean, I'm not, yeah, exactly. I'm not just feeding cats. I'm feeding birds. I'm feeding possums, raccoons, skunks. And in a kind of dark way, I know ah, my car is hot, hot car, summer in the city. All right. You know what? It's 2:40. We're doing so well on time. We're going to do a brief check in and see if Charlie the cat is there. It's not Bats, but at least it's a very friendly black and white cat. And if he's not there, we'll just call the stream. We've been going for a little over an hour. I have work at 4 o'clock or 4:30. It's really 4:30, but I'm trying to make it at 4 o'clock so I'm not like playing it, super close to the timing situation. Yeah. But these are valley cats. These cats are like, oh my God. They're not in Long Beach. They're just in the valley. Like, oh my God, Becky, look at her tail. It's so big. She looks like one of those rap guys' kitties. Who understands those rap kitties, anyways? I mean, her tail, it's just so big. I mean, gross. Look, he's just so I like big cats and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a kitty walks in with itty bitty. I don't know. I'm not. I can't. I no. I will stop. Go Honda, my brother in Christ. Jesus. No, there is a guy named Long Beach Cat Dad or something like that, but he is not me. Most of my kitty cats are in the valley. My God, Honda. Where Sunday driver? Guess what day it is? Hey, Mike. Guess what? Oh, you fucking. Sorry. That was my first. I think that was my first actual bad word. That guy sucks at driving. Like, pathetic. But yeah, Brad, I'm not out of Long Beach, but I do. I've been visiting the colony. Yep. I actually had a long rant about how we the worst left lane campers in the world are in California. Um, and the other thing is, and this is like from a personal thing, is that I actually drove a, a delivery. Like when I was working in one in my catering job, I drove a delivery van. So I literally drove for a living, and it's like I know that not everybody is a professional driver, but like, can we at least like try a little bit, kind of? Anyways, but yeah, I've been visiting these kitty cats since 2022, I believe, and I've been doing the videos since either late 2023 or early 2024. We're making a little community here of cat lovers, and I'm trying to get people to adopt them. But like I mentioned to the machinist, it can be very difficult sometimes getting getting people to adopt adult cats, especially ones that live on the street. You know, like, I mean, heck, they have a hard enough time getting the adult kitties adopted at the shelters and whatnot because everyone wants a kitten. Hey, Charlie, is Charlie in the house? The biggest problem, honestly, that I've had in Los Angeles is that the rescues are full, and I don't want like you know, I want the best for the cats, and if you're going to go to a rescue that's going to euthanize them after a while, then that's not the best. So, like, who feeds Charlie? It, you know, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Uh, Rona. Because I mean, that's kind of one of the best things about being a cat feeder in a major city is that you're rarely the only one, and that people can back you up at times. Um, so yeah. So Hector, who's been in some of my videos, um, feeds Charlie's Colony fairly regularly, and there's a couple other cat feeders. The guy who told me to go f myself, I think swings by also. Um, so yeah, there's a couple of people, um, but yeah, and Brad, I feel the same. The funny thing is, it's crazy. The LA City shelters, they do their best to be no kill, but they get so many cats that no kill for them is a 90% save rate. That means 10% of their cats are still getting euthanized, even for no kill. And I'm not sure I can stomach that personally. And I wish my city would do a little better, but I also recognize that I think that to a degree they're doing the best they can. But yeah, I used to come to this colony a lot more frequently, especially when they were kittens. That but I fixed a bunch of the cats that lived here. I got them TNR. So in a way, partially for cost, partially for time, for a myriad of reasons, I don't really visit these guys as much anymore. Although, like, it was nice the last time we were here. Charlie was here, and he actually, clearly remembers me at least somewhat, which is great. So, I love consistent, sustained progress. But yeah, okay, with the shiesty. So I guess in that regard, Brad, I do have a question. Do you know if they're willing to take cats from California? Because I got a few that need a home. Yeah. Oh, okay, Rona. Oh yeah, Rona. I call him little V, as in not, yeah, as in the letter V, as in V for victory. Because in I don't know if it's in all English slang or just American English slang specifically, but black cats are often called voids because they kind of they blend in with the black void sometimes. So the big and little V are big void and little void essentially. It's a very original and unique name that I've given to them. Have to bring to Phoenix. I mean, it would be a tricky drive, but I've driven to Arizona before. Yeah, we should remains to be seen. But right now we're gonna call the stream because it's 10 to 3. I'm gonna go to Panda Express because I am a trash person and I don't feel like cooking my own lunch right now. Not that I don't have time. But thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me. I hope to see y'all next week, and I hope to see you guys in the comments of the videos. And I hope that you are all well. We should all make sure we care for one another. We should be kind to one another, and we should respect one another, and we should love our cats.